Hello, Aries, and welcome to Metamystic Tarot. My name is Saint I, and I am the Metamystic. Before we start every reading, we let the light in with the candles. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Normally I use the classic Rider-Waite, which we do have today in the big cards, but I also have some other cards that I want to bring out today. I was planning to just keep things as usual, but I was instructed to do something different for you, Aries. Yes, I am wearing a frog hat. Why am I wearing a frog hat? Well, first of all, because I like frogs. I used to pick them up with my hands when I was a kid, right out of the water, and I would carry them around and name them, and but also because life gets dark, and sometimes we just have to take a second. We have to breathe and be like, you know what, fuck it, right? I'm gonna wear a frog hat, right, Aries? So let's take one of these and see what our overall energy is for today. That's why I have the big cards, because it's like the big picture. So we have Justice today. Very interesting. All right, we're gonna get into it, aren't we, today, Aries? Maybe that's why they wanted me to use different cards here, because it's a different situation that we haven't dealt with before. Interesting is how I'm hearing it. Let's just, you know what, let's keep this stone over here, though. Let's invite this unconditional love with this rose quartz. How are you today, Aries? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are finding everything that you need. That interesting. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing, like, you know how when you're in a store, I think this is called the Revelations Tarot, by the way. Really beautiful imagery on these. I got this idea from Nicholas Ashbaugh, I believe his name is. I really, really love his videos. And he used this deck, and I was like, I gotta get this deck. I found it on Amazon, for anybody wondering. But what I was gonna say is, you know when you're in a store and someone was like, I hope you found everything you need today. That's kind of what I'm seeing for you, Aries. What are you shopping for? What are you looking for, Aries? It seems like justice. So we're going to take a peek at this today. But sometimes we have to look at things from another perspective, and I think that that's why they wanted me to bring this deck out today. Look at this death card. I have got to bring my camera closer up. I have had such a hard time with perspective on this set, and I think that that's a message for somebody here. It's like, it's a matter of perspective. Justice is in your perspective. You're gonna find everything you need when you shift your perspective. And it's like, I'm seeing the gavel come down, and I'm seeing that whatever the outcome is in this case, in this like decision, that's what's actually going to change your perspective. So you might not like what's going on right now. You might, because I you know, when somebody asks you at the store, did you find everything you need? It's like, I'm seeing you say in an angry way, like, no, I didn't. I did not find everything I needed here. And it's just like, no, like, you're mad. You're like, no, I didn't find everything I need. In fact, like, I want to sue the company is how I'm hearing it. So I don't know what's going on here, Aries, but we're going to give this, judgment as well. Beautiful cards, though, aren't they? See, that's what I'm trying to express here with this reading, is like, there's something beautiful coming, but I think it's like one of those things where I'm not saying you need to change your perspective. You need to look at things a different way. I'm not saying it like that as like a judgment thing. I'm saying it's like, it's one of those things where you can't see the perspective. Like, you can't see what the divine is trying to show you until something else happens. And I think that that's part of the justice. Because we do have 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is a wish fulfillment. So let's take 3 cards here. So we're going to look at past, present, future. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. So there is some like indecision in whatever is going on. And I think that that's why the Justice card is here to help bring clarity. We're also going to be working with the little mini golden tarot cards today. So in the past, we have the Nine of Cups. So there was a lot of happiness in your recent past. In the present, you have the Page of Pentacles. So some sort of offer is being made. And then in the future, you have the Three of Swords. So it's possible that whatever this offer is might cause you some sort of heartbreak. And the offer may or may not be, depending on the clarifiers we're about to pull. This Page of Pentacles may actually be the verdict, which brings the different perspective, which may at first bring some sort of heartbreak, because it looks like in the past you were super happy. In the future, you're looking heartbroken. And in the middle, there's some sort of perception change. So let's take a peek at this, because even though in the future position, it looks like there's heartbreak, that doesn't mean necessarily that there's something bad coming. It just means, like, that's why we're here. We're here to prepare and enlighten ourselves. So let's first look at the Nine of Cups. What is this Nine of Cups for Aries today? Don't worry, Aries. Whatever happens here, whatever comes out, whatever is revealed, at the end of the day, it's all going to be for your good. That's just how the universe works on a case-by-case basis. And I don't know how they pull that all together. I don't know how they make it the best case scenario for every person involved. But there's just such an intricate web going on here behind the scenes that it's like, it may seem like a tragedy at first. It may seem like, oh, why is this falling apart? But actually, sometimes things fall apart so that something else can come together. Now, this card fell upon the Page of Pentacles. So let's take a peek at what it is. It's the High Priestess. So I feel like you know about this, and maybe that's why, because I see you like, you are like clenching your fists. You're like preparing for it's like you're preparing for something. You're preparing for like an accident here. You're preparing for not an accident like a car accident, but like you're preparing for this tower somehow. I feel like you perceptively know that there's something going on here behind the scenes, and I'm still not quite clear on what exactly that is. So let's peek a little bit further into this. I mean, it seems like you know with the High Priestess. We also have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which it can be a divine counterpart to the High Priestess. So maybe this is some sort of, we have the Queen of Cups. Maybe this is some sort of relationship thing, because there is a Six of Swords moving away from something, and again, it fell in the middle over the Page of Pentacles. And I think that might be, with the Two of Wands, what you're thinking about, with this King of Wands right behind, which is your card. So what happened in the past? What happened in the past? We're going to have to dig a little bit here. What happened in the past, Aries? Again, excuse me, I just want to reiterate that whatever happens here, it's going to be for your highest good, Aries. And so you don't have to worry about any sort of like, I'm hearing the word ultimatums. The Fools at the bottom of the deck, along with the Three of Wands and the Chariot. So this is like an opportunity for growth, is how I'm hearing it, Aries. Nine of Cups, please, for Aries in the recent past. Nine of Cups for Aries. And I just keep looking at this rose quartz, and I just want to remind you to have unconditional love for yourself, because at the end of the day, everything can change in our lives, right? With this World card at the bottom of the deck, everything can change, everything can shift, old cycles can close, but the thing that always remains is ourselves. The most powerful thing in the world we can do is be true to ourselves, no matter the circumstances. We have the Five of Wands on top of this Nine of Cups. So it's kind of like surrounding your happiness, what made you happy, what made you feel good in your life. There was a lot of conflict around that in the recent past. So whatever this here was, it was like the fly in the ointment. It was like you couldn't just settle down and be happy because there is this 5 of Wands all around you. It's like fighting war all around you. So this Page of Pentacles looks like it's a moving away. Anything else for the Page of Pentacles? No, they're saying to move on, because I feel like the offer is to move on, because we have the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is a victory. So I believe that by you moving on from something, you know you need to, with the High Priestess. And it's kind of like I'm seeing a hand reaching out over the ocean, kind of guiding you forward to calmer waters. So if this is such a good thing for Aries, then why is the 3 of Swords in the future position? Very curious, because, it's possible to be happy and sad at the same time, right, Aries? It's possible to be happier in a better situation, but also be like looking back at the past and being like, oh, why did this have to happen? Or it's so sad that things had to happen like this. That's a possibility here. So what is this 3 of Swords for Aries here? Please. Three of Swords for Aries. Even though this card is usually a card of heartbreak and sadness, there is this element of me feeling like yes in the 8 of Swords in reverse. Absolutely. When I was looking at this 3 of Swords, it was like I felt very, very relieved. I felt like even though I'm sad, I'm doing the right thing and I'm making the best decision for me, is how I'm hearing the energy come off of this 3 of Swords. And lo and behold, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, which is freeing yourself from some sort of harmful situation. It was harmful to you at the very least. It wasn't best for you. And even though you're sad to be moving on, with the High Priestess that this is the right transition for you, Aries. We have the Fool to close at the bottom of the deck. It is a new start for you here. And it's some sort of new, happier start, Aries. So I wish you all the best in this new way of life for yourself. I commend you for doing what's best for you, because at the end of the day, remember, we have ourselves, we have our values, we have our wants in this world. Our needs matter. What we want to do matters too. And so remember to always put yourself first, because at the end of the day, that puts us in the strongest position to even be able to help anybody else. We have to be strong in ourselves first. So, Aries, thank you for being here. And if you're interested on continuing this read, because I'm about to continue this read on the extended over on Patreon, if you're interested in checking out your sun, moon, and rising over there on Patreon, I do weekly videos for all the signs. It's $11 a month. I'm making it accessible for all. Cheaper than Netflix, And you can get your sun, moon, and rising on a weekly basis over there. So if you're interested, hop on over to Patreon, and I'll see you over there. Take care, Aries.